Hello everyone on Talk About Autism. Jack here again. Well, here's my June update for 2014. You'll all be pleased to hear engineering project is going very well. It is. I've been able to finish TMA free near enough, and that'll be submitted by July the 3rd, which will give me my overall continuous assessment score, the final score for that. And I've made a start on the end of module assessment for engineering project as well. You really have to learn to be flexible and to expect changes. You have to make changes to your work. You really do for it, but it's nothing I can't handle. It isn't. And I'll just be glad to put that to bed. And also the residential school course for TXR 120 is coming up next month, which will mean another 10 credits and another step closer to the end, which is now less than 3 months away. It is. For my bachelor's degree. Cranfield is starting to take shape. My application has been submitted. It has, and I just have to await the decision. Apparently not being able to get my degree certificate in before I start the course at the beginning of October the 6th actually. It does complicate things a bit, but so hopefully in the coming days and weeks things should continue to fall into place. About being flexible again, my mentor, Teresa, said to me today, hey, that the best plan is flexible. If it's not flexible, it can't work. Look. And really, you have to be flexible about things, and I've now come to accept that Cranfield is my option, and it's what is going to happen in October. And also, concerning Tesco, that has taken me as far as it can. It's helped me to improve my soft skills in the way of communications and working with others and problem solving and all that stuff, but the thing that's really I'm only losing is just money. It is, but that's no big loss. It isn't, because this is my future. It is, and my future is more important than whatever money Tesco can give me. It is, and I have plenty of money. I do in my ISAs and savings bond, although I don't know if I should be telling people this, but I know I can last for 2 years without work. I can. It's time my money I start doing something with it. I do. I know I can have money for my bus fares, and I can still budget okay. I can. But anyway, enough about money. I'm looking forward to starting at Cranfield. I really am. I'm sure everyone, including Mike especially, thank you for your comment, Mike, on that. I really did turn things around considerably. I did last month. My gut feeling was never this good when I went to Hatfield. That's what you got to do. You got to go with your gut feeling. You have to. That's what tells you the truth. It is that I know taking the OU path has led me to go to Cranfield, and it's shaped my future. It has considerably. Sometimes you have to let life take you the course, or else it takes you. The course of life always leads you to somewhere. It does. As I think that's what I need to do. I need to reflect more on what I've done. I can see how all the events that have happened in my life have led me to where I am. Anyone else on this forum should listen to me and do what they do. Look at how the decisions and things that have happened to them in their lives have taken them where they have ended up. But really, I am no different than anyone else. I'm not. I really have come to accept that autism doesn't make me any different. But on to other things. Apparently to build up my CV qualifications and get a job in the space industry once I complete the Masters in Astronautics in 2 years, I have to stand out. I have to from everyone else. I can't expect people to come to me. I have to go to them. I mean, at Cranfield there will be employers who will notice me and approach me. They will, but I have to make myself stand out. I have to, and it's not just your academic qualifications. It isn't. It's also your personal interests, as it is. Because I mean, on my CV, I've been able to state what my personal interests are. Like with astronauts, I've discovered that they don't just have qualifications like degrees in engineering or science, but they also have interpersonal skills and personal interests. I mean, mine are. I'm happy to share them with you. Are drawing, photography, video filming, swimming, cycling, walking, ice skating, scuba diving, which I've been able to add, which is a very good thing. is and also map reading and geography. No, not really an expert on geography, to be honest, but well, anyway, there are other ways I can build up my CV. There are, and maybe you lot on the forum can help me. I've been willing and wanting to get involved with autistic people, try and help them tell my story, like I've been doing on Talk About Autism for the past 3 years or so. So that it can help others. Like I could be an inspiration to other autistic people, and that's really what I want to do. But I'm afraid my bachelor's degree and my education must demand my full attention, which is why I will have to leave Tesco's, which I'm not unhappy about. I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. There are things I will not miss. But really, now is the time I need to start looking for it. I mean, with my Cranfield course coming up, that will have to be my top priority. But to build up my CV, I really wish to get involved with autistic people. People, as Teresa has told me, I need to identify chances, and just like look for charities who would like to hear from someone like me. The National Autistic Society, for one thing. But if anyone can point me in that direction, that would be great. It would. But I mean, I'd like to. I mean, being able to volunteer here and like target a specific audience and be an inspiration to people. Like tell them about who I am and what kind of person I am, and what autism I view autism as, and what kind of a person I am. Like I've just been telling you all now how it is. Isn't like just get into the social etiquette and not just autistic people. Well, I mean, you all get. I'm reading my notes, but I mean, the thing is I would like to be able to tell my story to more people and try and be an inspiration that autism is not a disability as some people make it out to be. The thing is the key thing that's needed is, like I've said in previous updates, is communication. People need to understand what autism involves, and the way to understand it is the way I've been able to help understand and things I've had to learn. I've had to have people explain it to me. You can't just give someone instructions and ask them to read them. You have to hear from different people's point of views and all that stuff. And I'm sure if I could talk to people about how autism has affected my life, and that sometimes even if you don't get at exactly where you want to go or the way you planned, and everything happens for a reason, like with Cranfield and all that stuff, like why I'm starting this year instead of next year, and why I'm doing the pre-masters before the masters, although I have to start the masters next year, or otherwise I'll lose the aerospace bursary scheme. Which will pay for my tuition, which means I'd have to fork out another £9,500, because I've already had to pay the pre-masters fees myself. But it is money well spent, and that's what people need to remember. If you're going to set yourself a big goal, you've got to have, when you're in work, try your best to save a nice nest egg up, because it really can come in useful. I mean, it's no point having money sitting in the bank collecting interest if you're not going to spend it. And I'm going to spend it well, and which will give me all the more reason to succeed at Cranfield, when knowing that I've paid my own money for this. I'm not going to let it go down the drain. Well, that's about it for the moment. If anyone can point me in a direction of someone who would like to hear from me, or even just suggest people to contact besides the National Autistic Society, I'd be very grateful for that. And it is time for me to start sharing my story with a wider audience, and, as I said, be an inspiration to others. My next update will be just before I go to Bath University next month, which will be on July the 12th, so expect the update by July the 11th. Hopefully by then I'll have my TMA free score. So, until then, this is Jack Dove, signing off.